Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be ever so revealing, and I thought I'd take a little time to dedicate some time to Robin Bullock and exposing him because he's a big name in these days. So many of you already know, those of you who follow me, I've been dealing with a lot of scientific things. I've been revealing new, incredible scientific things, and this actually goes back to January of 2022. I was talking about science versus the Bible. Which one holds the truth? There was part one and there was part two. But more importantly, in these recent days, in my videos and in my television and radio interviews, I point out that the Bible was the science before science was ever created. And remember, I've been revealing new incredible scientific things, like the cure for cancer and free, clean, renewable energy in these days. Things that these false prophets couldn't possibly have known. And I've also done teaching recently about the nails. An incredible new teaching about the nails that had never been taught before. So we're going to learn what Robin Bullock, and again, this is August the 10th, we're going to learn what Robin Bullock just posted in his video yesterday.
Fear that keeps you out of that world. Now, I got to thinking about things this morning. The Lord was talking to me about these things, about some things. One, dimensions of time, dimensional things. See, a one-dimension world.
He gave a whole long teaching about dimensions August the 15th. A whole big long spiel teaching about it. He got this from here, ladies and gentlemen. May of 2021, where I gave them a prophetic challenge. All of these ones, I gave them a prophetic challenge to solve this equation, this dimensional equation. And I didn't even name all of this. I didn't give the names of all this. But of course, he can figure this out. This can be looked up. That's time. That's time. That's space. That's depth, length, width, and height. But I left one out. And I said, if you've truly been to heaven, as these ones claim to have been to heaven, they would know this last one. So let's continue to see what he did. Remember, that was May of 2021, about the dimensions and infinity, the infinites, the infinity.
God is not God's world is not science. God's world is where science is created. Science has a beginning just like anything else. The only thing that don't have a beginning is God himself.
So I'm pointing this out to let you realize how closely these ones follow me. He's desperately trying to connect himself to the new incredible prophecies that I've been revealing.
So science is where it's you enter into the world of the supernatural, and the world of faith, and the world of through the 10 dimensions. And you enter in.
And I want to point out, in this video, he does a lot of stuff. I'm just giving you small snippets to show that he's desperately trying to connect himself to all the new incredible prophecies that I've been giving. And I wanted to say that in this video he stumbles over his words more so than any other time, because he doesn't have a clue about what I'm showing. He has no clue, but he wants to try to connect himself.
Man, this is heavy sounding. But if this is a prophetic world, this is a prophet teaching. This is the world I like to walk around in. This is the world where prophets will see into and see something so wild.
I had to put that up there because he's grandizing, he's grandstanding and grandizing himself when he hasn't seen any of this, and he does not walk around in the prophetic. Watch that again. He looks at people like he's so amazing when he's not given any of the information I have.
Man, this is heavy, son. But if
Man, this is heavy, son, ain't it? He's a clown.
this is a prophetic world, this is a prophet teaching. This is the world I like to walk around in.
He's a liar, is what he is, and only trying to desperately connect himself to my prophetic words, which is going to cost him even more because this is going to be part of that proof going into court.
The prophetic is tomorrow's science.
Everything that I've already been teaching.
Fathomable. A 10-dimensional being, or a 10-dimensional being, a single, timeless, infinite entity.
All about the dimensions and infinity. He desperately is trying to connect himself to make that connection, and he cannot. And you'll see that in a minute.
But science defines 10 dimensions as this: length, width, depth, time. That would be 4. Then probability. They say possible universe. All possible universes branching from the same start conditions. All possible spectrums of universes with different start conditions. They just start going on and on. In other words, it's the world of probability, possibility. I said probability. Possible universe is what I meant to say. So it's the world of probability, possible universes, all possible universes branching from the same start conditions, all possible universes with different start conditions. In other words, the world where God himself said, "Let there be light," there was.
So notice he fumbles around with his words a lot right there, and he shoots out a bunch of different words, possible words, probability, possibility, perception, and start and spectrum and all kind of stuff because he didn't know. He doesn't know what these things are. He doesn't know what these things mean. He didn't get depth, and he didn't get space. He's only hit on a couple of them, but he's still trying to connect. Notice that.
But science defines the world of no nails to the world where his faith created the nails that nailed him to it.
There again, he had to bring up the nails and remember the video, the recent video I did August the 10th about the nails. So he decided to do a whole teaching on that also.
In David's time, David invented every instrument we play. He's the source and the inventor of all the instruments, the stringed instruments we play, probably everything else.
Now, I wanted to add that. I had to add that because his claim is that David, the anointed King David, invented all the instruments that people play in these days, which is absolute nonsense. David did not invent all of these things. If he did, because he clearly pointed out that David invented all the things, the stringed instruments that they currently play, David must have been a rocker. That's what he's trying to allude to. Understand that he must have been a rock and roller like me, Robin Bullock. That's all he's trying to do here, to connect himself. This is what they do, ladies and gentlemen. Desperately trying to connect themselves, grandizing and grandstanding. That's all they do. And they have no prophetic words. And again, he still failed to solve the equation. He still failed to solve the equation. He didn't know what this means. He didn't know what this means. And he did not get this. This is the one I left out. Still has not gotten that. None of these ones have proved that they're anointed and proven that they've gone to heaven, because if they did, if they've gone to heaven, they could solve this entire thing and understand all the dimensions. Y'all be sure to share this. God bless.